Hello there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm back to kind of like an old setup today. Not really feeling all that well. I hope you can hear me still. I'm not using the mic, just using the phone straight. I'm not feeling a little bit well from yesterday. I think it's the high heat and all that. A little bit of indigestion problem. So sitting in front of the camera and the setup is a bit, challenging for me. But I felt kind of like need to do a few reviews for you. Okay. And I have a couple of full reviews. One thing, second thing, I have a list and then a comparison video. Hopefully you'll enjoy these. So let's focus on the very first review. I promised you that I was gonna review this fragrance called Agua Brava. Okay, this perfume right here, I put it in one of our lists that was, I think, Powerhouse masculine powerful fragrance list, and I've been meaning to do this for a long time. This is kind of like an older fragrance. I think you can still find these, but I just found it recently luckily in one of the vintage shops, so I want to talk about it. And big props go to my mentor, Matt, fragrance Matt from UK. I think he is the one of the reasons, I am in this kind of like powerhouse interest. Like I have different kinds of fragrance that I like, but my love for powerhouse comes from him, and also a few other gentlemen. Okay, so Lex Ellis, namely, would be another one. Dan Norton, another one. But let's look at this perfume here, and it's a EDC concentration by Puig or Puig. Very interesting kind of a fragrance, but very old school. Okay, let's start the review. This is the box, and it says Agua Brava. Okay, first time I purchased it, I thought it's Aqua, like because the G kind of looks like Q, so I thought it's Agua Brava. Then I didn't understand what's aquatic about it. I'll talk about that. It has this nice texture, like looks like a wood or tree, piece of log or something like that. Really nice grains. Okay, it's a paper cardboard box, but looks really nice. It's nice to look at. Okay, so they have a story or something like that in their language, a different language, I think Spanish or French, I'm not sure. And here at that side up there, it's basically like very simplistic presentation. D0801 is the batch code, and I believe these are new style bottles. The older bottles look a bit different, but I still dig this presentation. Take a look at that. It's a very fantastic presentation if you are into vintage sort of look. The cap is kind of like wooden cap. Okay, looks premium touch there. Okay, the bottle is kind of like a green, reminds me of Pakoraman Purom, that sort of bottle. A shape of a heart, or I don't know what it is. It's a kind of like a heart or candied sort of shape. A look, or maybe like a tree or something if you put it upside down. Simplistic presentation. The information here, the base, they are, I think, engraved. You can feel them, and it's EDC concentration. When you take it out, okay, that's what the atomizer looks like. The atomizer sort of like doesn't come with like a neck cover, because I think it's old school style, and it's like golden. I don't think this will be faked a lot. This kind of like doesn't click onto place, but I think you can pick it up, not very heavy. Okay, let me show you the distribution of this stuff. Okay, it's like a small burst, not the best spread, definitely out there. So for me, let me tell you the reason. Okay, first thing, I always saw these names. I saw these fragrances in different channels or different pages. People who love sort of powerhouse perfumes, they talk about it. This channel called Scentland. He talks about this kind of fragrance a lot. So I always wanted to try, but it was not like a must-buy situation because there's so many powerhouse fragrances, inexpensive, expensive. So I collected some in last winter, and I plan to collect all of them. So bit by bit, I want to review them. So Puig, when you think of Puig or Puig, I don't know how that goes. They sort of have some other fragrances, and a lot of other fragrance companies are under them right now. And they sort of like are now, how to say, have to reformulate a lot of their fragrances, and they're losing their potency. Let's say notes like oak moss or some of other notes that supposedly are bad for human skin, causes cancer, something like that. So IFRA, I think, the regulation they put, you cannot put a lot of things. So this fragrance basically is an oak moss, supposedly oak moss heavy fragrance. I'll let you know how much I get that from this. But I think overall presentation, the price I paid for this is a little bit higher. Back in the days, it used to be like $15 or less, $10 you could find these colognes. Now they're going upwards, $25, $30, okay, in Bangladesh. I don't know about foreign countries. In States, perhaps cheaper. So overall presentation, I'll give this like a very nice 9 out of 10 for presentation. Just spread is not good. Otherwise, it get perfect 10. For the price, I have no complaint, except the paper feels a bit cheap. Second thing, how would I classify this? This fragrance, I would say green, foodie shipra, fresh citrusy up top, because it has a lot of these notes. It's not just a very simple fragrance. These are back in that time, like 60s perfumes, I think. And these fragrances do not give you very simplistic sort of notes breakdown. They're very complex, and you pick different things in different times, different weathers, different skin condition, right? So let's say the opening top notes as per Fragrantica. I have it open here. I'm sorry, I'm speaking a little bit slow. It's bit, it's hurting. The stomach is hurting a little bit because of that. I took some sort of a saline and all that, but I need some time. But anyway, I hope you can hear me. So opening top notes are lavender, bergamot, Amalfi lemon, juniper, and sage. Okay. Middle notes are pine, bay leaf, cloves, thyme, carnation, and base notes are that oak moss, vetiver, leather, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk. Sorry. I will be honest with you, this kind of notes breakdown, when I hear, it makes me happy. At the same time, I do not always pick up these notes because of different reasons. These are like blended, like all together to make you smell like, you cannot pick up like particular note. Like as per Powerhouse go, I cannot pick up particular notes, but I know they smell good or not. Okay. This right here is a very old style fragrance. First of all, this is definitely not for teenagers, youngsters. I would not imagine so. This is a fragrance for mature crowd, and I would think you can wear this all year round because of its nature. It's EDC. Longevity on this, let me tackle that. This fragrance EDC, for EDC, I get like 3 hours. Okay, but the third hour is already very, very weak on me. So it is sort of like EDC concentration. The opening burst is very strong. That lemon, Amalfi lemon they talk about, it's a very old school citrus. I really enjoy it. Beautiful citrus lemon, but it will not last more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. After that, it starts going to that green territory. At that point, it reminds me of a lot of other fragrances that I have, Powerhouses. But I feel, like mild cold weathers, like let's say spring, autumn, like that fall time, this will be perfect wearing. It will be so beautiful green. And I think that oak moss play in this, it's not as animalic as it's supposed to be back in the days. Okay, the reason being they have been reformulating this stuff just to make it compliant with, like in line with regulations and stuff. I still do get the synthetic oak moss, and it's nice. Okay, let me spray this on a piece of paper, and I'm going a little bit slow once again. Yeah, man. Let me get a piece of paper and spray this. This is actually like a paper strip Fragrance BD sent me. Thank you so much, brothers. Always appreciate your support. Okay, let's spray this. A sprayer, it's definitely not my favorite. So when you spray this first time, you definitely pick up that beautiful herbal green citrus, and I absolutely enjoy it. It's very uplifting citrus. Think of Chanel's Pour Monsieur, or some of the other ones. They have like Dior's Eau Sauvage, Armani Eau Pour Homme, Versace L'Homme. If you know those citruses, this one will come off as that kind of citrus, old school citrus. Then I start getting that basil kind of a greenness, okay? And then perhaps there's a kick of juniper. It's very fresh opening, green opening. I think it can also be a fresh green perfume, okay? And that lavender makes it sort of like a fougere. But the best part of this perfume, what I realize, it's not super seasonal based. Like let's say it's not like only particularly winter you can wear it or summer you cannot wear it. This fragrance you can really wear it any season, okay? And I get that greenness, earthiness, and I feel there is a note of, what is that note? Piney note, okay? And I think there's a fragrance I really want to review. I think that one is a shape of pine needle cone. They say it in Fragrantica. It's that fragrance. I forgot the name. Let me check. I really want to review that one. Okay, that one is called. Hold on a second. That one I think is called Pinot Silvestre. Yes, this perfume right here. Yeah, this green one. And I want to get that. I really wanted that because I like that note of that. Like pine. Okay, and if you like that, I think perhaps you enjoy this. But I never tried it, to be honest. So that's that piney, oak mossy, green, fresh, herbal nature with a kick of juniper. Fantastic perfume, almost feels like a tonic, gin and tonic. It has that kick, fantastic perfume. The best thing about this kind of fragrance, it's affordable still. And many niche houses, they will try to make fragrances like this. They'll charge you a few $100s, perhaps better longevity. But man, just look at that. If you enjoy this style of perfume, I think you can easily get this, and you can enjoy this if you're a masculine man. If you like fragrances like, I show you one by one. If you like fragrances in this style, one example would be Pakora Ban Purom. Another fragrance from same house, I would say it's not the same, but it's called Kurom. Okay, this one has a lot of that oak mossy green vibe, but definitely they are not all the same. Okay, and I think I did review, I don't know where I kept it. I have a fragrance that was old school similar to Kuros, but I don't have it here right now, it's far away. If you enjoy those kind of fragrances, you enjoy Agua Brava. So a brilliant fragrance, not for everybody. It's a mature fragrance, I would say. It grows hair on your chest, that sort of a vibe. It's not a must-have. If you're a collector, you can look at this. If you love Powerhouse, you can look at this. If you like classy fragrance, you can look at this. It makes up for a formal suit wearing, let's say on a dinner date with your wife. If you have children, keep the children at home, take your wife out and have a nice date night, nice breezy night, kind of mild cold weathers, go for a movie. Ideal fragrance. Frank Sinatra would wear something like this, I would imagine. Very classy. And despite the performance, it's not the beast mode. I really enjoy this. This fragrance are rated 8 out of 10. Agua Brava, check it out, from House of Puig. And I think that's the first review. Let's move on to the second one. Have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.